All right, guys, pictures up.
Pictures up.
Pictures up.
Let's roll sound.
Rolling.
Rolling.
Sound speeds.
Camera speeds. 2. Awesome. Take 2. Mark.
Set. And action.
Welcome to the Penn Cinema Podcast, your behind-the-curtain connection for movie news and reviews. Now here are your hosts, Penn Ketchum and David Moulton.
Welcome to the show. I'm David Moulton.
And I'm Penn Ketchum. Aloha.
Oh.
What?
What? Huh? What language are you speaking?
Aloha.
Aloha?
Or as my friend and I, as a friend of mine and I like to say, aloha. Aloha is the traditional Hawaiian greeting.
Yeah.
I'm fresh off the boat, back from Hawaii.
That's the crazy thing.
Yeah.
They let you on a boat.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Well, they wouldn't let me on the plane.
I guess they got to get you across somewhere.
Right. They were like, no. You go on the boat, buddy. I still had to go to the airport and go through TSA, but then when I got across to the tarmac and I was following everybody up the ramp to climb up onto the plane, they were like, no. You're in that line.
Get over there.
You're in that line over there, buddy.
And just as you looked over, there was a toot, toot. Like it was perfectly timed.
Right. Yeah, and it was Steamboat Willie driving the boat, which was pretty wild.
Yeah, he's not region free. He's on the copyright free now.
Yeah,
so.
right. So he's footloose and fancy free. Spends a lot of time in Hawaii.
On the boat.
Yeah. I talked to him about that. He said he doesn't really have to worry about it too much because he's black and white, so he doesn't burn or ever get red in the sun. Yeah, he's just out there all the time doing his thing. So yeah, aloha. Good to be back.
How was the Iron Man?
It was amazing. It was just such a fun day, and it was so funny because a lot of my friends, we'd be doing stuff, and they'd come up to me and be like, "So are you glad you're not racing?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's a lot more fun to be in Kona supporting than it is to be racing."
How many times did you turn to an athlete and be like, "I know how it is"?
All day.
And you were like, "Oh, when I was doing this."
Well, actually, it's funny you would mention that because, there's a running. It's not a joke. It's sort of a reality that we all like to make fun of, which is in Ironman, it's like, how do you know someone did an Ironman? Just hang around them long enough and they'll tell you, right? So we were talking about how, because I was talking to somebody and then I was reflecting on their conversation and I was like, oh, I'm embarrassed because I brought up that I had done it a couple years ago. And so the next day I was volunteering at the weigh-in, and I was paired up with another volunteer, and we were sitting at the table, and she was talking about how her husband was racing, and she was telling me all about it, and I sat with her for 2 straight hours. And believe it or not, I feel like I should get some kind of gold star. I never once mentioned.
You were squirming. It was, even though it wasn't the topic, I bet you were always thinking about how you shouldn't say.
Right. I was bursting. But then it was funny because then I did the very same thing that I was trying not to do. So I was very proud of myself for not telling her that I had raced. But then I had to tell everybody, and here I am doing it again, that I hadn't told her that. So I'm getting close, but I still so you didn't have to tell her that you raced, but you had to tell me that you didn't tell her. Right.
Someone has to know how great you were.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. But the big question on everybody's mind.
Yeah.
Did you see Rory?
I did see Rory. I did not.
You did see him.
I did. I laid eyes on Rory. I stayed at an Airbnb this time that was out Ali'i Drive, down one bay short of the bay where Rory works.
Yeah.
And so I ended up riding my bike past his shop a few times, and I don't know if I was being chicken or if my predominant thought, my number one thought was this would be weird.
You could have rolled in. Your podcast's famous. Did you know that?
That's what I should. Oh shit! I should have brought him a podcast T-shirt. Did you see the picture I texted you of me and my podcast T-shirt? Yeah. We should. Can you post that on Facebook so our friends can see it? Yeah. But yeah, I didn't go in and say hi to Rory, but I did drive past his shop and I did see the bay. And then the one time that I rode my bike past, I did see him standing like, out in front of his little spot there. So yeah, Rory is alive and well.
When he drove past, did he go, "Sup, brah?"
I went like this. See, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Like Andrew and I discovered, like the little aloha thing you do with your hands. I'm doing it right now. The tourists do it like this. They wiggle it like jazz hands, and the cool kids just make the sign and do like a little, like it's very subtle. And so that's what I tried to do all week. I tried to be like the
you're basically a native.
I mean, I've been to the island twice now.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for my citizenship papers to come through, but I figure I'm pretty much
U.S. citizenship.
I'm part Hawaiian now. Wait, I got off the plane. I was like, when do I show my passport?
They were like, "This guy's going on the boat."
They were like, all right, put this guy on the boat. Put this guy and his passport on the boat. Exactly.
They can go through Ellis Island the long way.
Right, exactly. But no, thank you, David. I missed you. I missed our show. I missed our table and our microphones and everything.
And here we are, man.
And it is good to be back.
It was a long stretch without you. I made it.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Did you hang in there?
Some people were like, "What's up with Penn?" It's like, I don't know.
I want to tell you another true story. Well, I bought you 2 gifts.
No.
I did. One of them is at home because I came in, as you know, super early this morning because we had some stuff at the theater to take care of, and I didn't remember to grab it. But the other one, I think because you're a kind-hearted and decent human being, you will appreciate this story.
Oh, I'm sure I will.
Do you remember last time I went to Hawaii, I bought you a gift?
Oh, yeah.
It was like a flying pig or something, and when you squeezed it, it mooed. Something weird like that. And so this time I'm in that exact same shop, and I saw the exact same toys, and I'm like, I'm going to buy something funny for David. Yeah. So I bought this plush watermelon, or no, not watermelon, a plush pineapple that had like a face on it, and it had like the lei around the neck, but it's the green sprouts, and it was like cute and funny. And I was like, I'm going to give this to David, right? And so I hope I'm not, I'm sure that I'm embarrassing myself, and I hope you don't take offense to this, but I brought it into the theater, and I was just chit-chatting, and our boy Drew.
Yeah.
He's got a 3-year-old at home. And I started thinking to myself, I'll bet you 3-year-old, like if I give this to David, he's going to be like, oh, that's funny, that's cute, and maybe he'll put it somewhere in his house, maybe, I don't know what, but it's more like, almost like a gag gift.
Right.
And then I started thinking, if I give this to Nora,
could be the defining toy of her life.
she might really like, you know what I mean? Like, because it was so soft and precious, and so you're cool with me. I regifted it.
I'm super cool with that.
I redirected it, and I admitted to Drew, the deal. I was like, listen, I got this for David to be funny, but I think Nora would really like it.
Well, I'll put it under my once again foiled by a 3-year-old notebook.
The long list of ways you've been screwed by a 3-year-old.
They're always getting one up on me.
Bastards.
Well, no, I'm glad she'll probably enjoy it much more.
Well, I got a picture.
Yeah.
I got a little video of her hugging it and saying, thanks, Ben.
Perfect.
In her beautiful, cute, these kids, Drew's children are just beautiful.
Adorable.
Just off the charts.
Yeah.
So anyway, all right. Well, I will say one last thing about my trip to Hawaii. I'm going to have to go back because there was one box that I left unchecked.
Oh, no.
It turns,
Going with me.
Bringing David. They have a movie theater on the island.
Oh.
And I did not go and explore it.
Just one?
Yeah. No, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a big island, though. It's the big island, right?
Okay, maybe there's another on the opposite. On the side of the island that I was on, there's only one.
Okay.
But maybe there's another one on the other side.
All right.
You got to remember, it's a big island, but there's nobody. There's not nobody, and I don't mean any disrespect. And I'm sure we got a lot of downloads because I was wearing my podcast T-shirt
was like,
all around the island. And I did talk to this woman, and she took a picture of my shirt so that she would remember to download it. And I told her the whole story and everything like that. So I don't mean any disrespect, but it's a huge island. But I'm saying there's not a lot of people there. It's not populous.
Isn't there a college on that island?
No. I don't know. I don't think there's a college.
Sure.
On the big island?
We used to have a listener there that had a sister that went to a college there. Maybe that's some of the other islands.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's on another island because I've been around this island as a tourist.
I forgot you've been there twice.
Yeah.
Well, I
So-
shouldn't question
You know.
your
You know.
expertise.
You know.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're back because boy, do we have news to cover.
Boy, oh boy. Well, it's been 2 full weeks, so I
Yeah.
imagine our news segment
Is off the charts.
must be bursting. So
Yeah.
listeners, especially Scott, settle in. Hope you're comfy.
Because we have 3 things to talk about. You like Jumanji.
Love Jumanji.
Did you like Jumanji 2?
It was okay.
Yeah, I'm right
Yeah.
there with you.
Yeah.
I thought it was,
I don't dislike it.
yeah. Well, Jumanji 3 is coming. But I got good news.
Hmm.
The whole cast is back.
I think that's key.
Yeah, I think so too. Even if, I think it's one of those things that they did it well in the second one where it was the same cast, but it was different people in their bodies.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And I think that that's a good shtick to stay with.
Yeah.
It makes it less dry.
Right. Right.
So
If I had to do like a tier system, I would do like Jumanji 1 would be like the S,
what you fully understand.
which I fully understand, obviously.
Yeah.
And Jumanji 2, I'm going to put that down as like a B
Oh,
because I think Jumanji 3 is going to slide right into that A slot.
right.
Yeah.
The perfected.
What's the S stand for again?
It's like special or
Special.
or
Super.
Yeah. It's like it started. Well, it was like a Japanese rating system, but now it's more widely.
So maybe it stands for like stenographer.
It probably does.
Right.
Stegosaurus.
Yeah. Stereophonic.
Yeah. Stereophonic A, B, C, D, and F. Yeah. All right, moving on. We're excited for Ballerina.
We are. We've talked about this a number of times. This is exciting. This is the John Wick sort of. Yes, is spin-off the right word?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Ballerina. What is this headline? It went back for big reshoots. That's usually a bad sign.
Yeah. Apparently, it showed or tested or whatever, and I don't know if it showed to people or executives or what, but like the general consensus was no.
Ouch.
This needs like a lot of work.
Wow.
So it didn't just go back for reshoots because every movie has reshoots.
Sure.
It went back for like
Big reshoots.
big retooling, redoing type stuff. So,
Do you remember the story we've talked about on the show a couple times, but haven't talked about it in a long time, about the famous when they screened Jaws?
No. I remember that.
Steven Spielberg wanted to get this type of thing where they screen the movie before it's done, to get audience reaction. And he wanted to screen it in a community that was nowhere near an ocean so that he would see, so now he knew how people on Long Island reacted. He knew how people on California coast reacted, but what would somebody in Midland, America think of a Jaws, of a
Hawaii.
shark movie, right? Like Hawaii.
Yeah.
So they screened this film somewhere in Texas.
Uh-huh.
And they collected all the cue cards. Like you're supposed to watch this movie and then you fill out like a little card. And I saw a picture of this card because Steven Spielberg kept it after all these years. And the comment from the audience, from this audience member was, "You have a great movie here. Don't fuck it up." And I thought that was like perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect feedback.
Yeah.
So
agreed.
And of course, I don't know if you remember, but Jaws went on to be a pretty big movie.
This is the first time I heard that.
Yeah. No, it's a movie about a shark.
With Jaws?
Yeah, in the water.
Well, that's
That's the trick.
I wasn't sure it was going to be in the water, but you got it.
Right.
You got it.
That's the trick.
Yeah. So this news is kind of like, it's disappointing because this movie was slated to come out pretty soon,
Yeah.
and I think the trailers have been pretty much like they're not playing in theaters, from my knowledge.
No, we never got a trailer from.
Yeah, I don't
Miller.
think that they've been.
Yeah.
They premiered it online and then they kind of
Yeah.
quietly pulled it back. So
Yeah, I mean it's like ready to go, but it's -1. It's like not quite ready to go. It's just one back.
Whoa.
It's like a movie -1.
Yeah, or maybe a natural disaster.
Right, something like that.
-1.
Yeah.
Like Godzilla?
Oh, well, yeah, I mean,
It's weird that
Yeah.
you
No.
reference
just out of the blue.
out of blue a -1
Right,
scenario.
right. Well, anyway, David, moving on.
Yeah.
Speaking of -1.
Speaking of addition and subtraction.
Yes.
Godzilla -1.
I would never take this news story from you. This story has David Moulton written all over it.
I'm actually really pumped for this. The director from Godzilla -1 said he's coming back for another Godzilla movie. Now, he didn't say a sequel to Godzilla -1.
Godzilla -2.
-2. Godzilla double minus.
I still never. I know, David, that you explained this to me, but I still never understood like -1.
It's a militaristic thing of when you hit, like when someone's been hit when they're down.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing is it's Japan post nuclear strike, and then Godzilla attacks, making it a -1 scenario.
Which one of them's -1?
Godzilla.
Because he lost?
No, Japan is at a -1 status because Godzilla attacks.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't they be calling the movie Japan -1?
Well, I guess it's like saying, it's nuclear strike -1, or, well, if they would have gotten hit.
Listen, if I was in charge of this movie, I would have come up with a better name. And it probably would have sucked. And nobody would have seen it because they'd have been like, that name is so boring.
Well, it's like when they said Godzilla -1, was it Godzilla -1 C? Is that how they said it?
Yeah, minus color.
Yeah, for minus
Yeah.
color.
See, now that minus color makes sense because, like, here's the movie and it's minus color. It's -C.
Yeah.
But
it's crazy.
Anyway, so what are you saying about?
So anyway, the director of Godzilla -1 is making another Godzilla movie, which we would assume would be a sequel since they set it up in Godzilla -1.
I want to apologize to our fans of Godzilla -1 because for no particular reason other than I was booking a ton of sort of other content, I didn't participate in the bring back.
I was going to say that it's back.
Yeah.
But
Well, it's not really back. They talked a lot of people into bringing it back last weekend.
okay. Well, I mean, I saw a trailer for it
Yeah.
coming back.
At my place?
No, just like in the new trailers for this week, there was one about
right.
it being redone.
Yeah.
But so before we leave news,
Yes.
let's talk a little bit about what the last week or so has been like at the movies, because one of the weird things that I noticed is instead of holding over stuff, there's a lot of like, I would call it filler movies out. Like it's a lot of, you've got a lot of older movies redone.
I booked The Shining, Goonies, Gremlins, and It.
Appropriate things for the holiday, but the amount of them seems substantially large.
Well, what I was going for was flexibility and diversity. So what I mean when I say that is some actually scary movies like The Shining and It, and then some sort of spirit of the season movies like Gremlins and Goonies. And because they're all from the same distributor, it's more efficient to get one drive. I forget which studio they're from, but they all came from that studio. And I only have to play them once a day. And if I don't have room, then I don't have to play them at all. So that's why I sort of went down that road, because it gives you some good content this time of year without bogging down a whole screen. Because as we've talked on this show many times, studios are very difficult. When you book a movie with them, they expect the whole screen for the day or some kind of requirements for that. And then also the other thing is this year in general. So all those movies that I just named, all the showtimes are $5 a ticket.
Okay.
And we've had really good luck this year. People have seemed to really appreciate being able to see classics for $5. So Coraline we played all weekend at $5. I think filler is probably a safe word.
Yeah.
But it's a function of, there's not a ton of content because nobody wants to get demolished when Wicked and Gladiator open.
Yeah, well, I think it's that plus the last couple of things that were supposed to be big did not turn out to be big.
Right.
Joker, Venom.
Yep.
Here.
Yep.
So.
Yep. So we're doing that, and next week, in other words, starting the week of November 8th, we're bringing a classic back for $5 a ticket called a little Lancaster County film called Witness.
Oh.
You may recall with Mr. Ford, Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford.
Yes. And what's her face?
I have a bad joke. But I feel like Miss Kamala missed an opportunity in getting a running mate with the last name Ford, because then it would have been Harrison
Ford. That would have been great.
I mean,
Right. David, how are you not running these campaigns? One last thing to wrap up our news segment. The final piece of news, we want to remind our dear listeners, big live show coming up on Saturday, November 9th.
Yeah.
The Penn Cinema Podcast broadcasting live, well, not broadcasting, but recording live from Theater 14 at Penn Cinema on Airport Road at 12 noon.
12 noon.
12 noon, high noon. And David has promised he won't play the sound effect when we open the show. Now, whether or not he may...
That sound effect?
Foiled again.
Yeah. You almost thought I wasn't going to play.
I did. So we are recording live.
Yeah.
In Theater 4. Luckily, that sound effect is still playing.
Thank God.
Yeah.
There it goes.
But also, the film festival in the afternoon on Friday down at Zootropolis.
Yeah.
Big welcome party Friday night at Zootropolis. Screening Friday night. And then all day Saturday, we have panels and movies playing at Penn Cinema.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So the pre-sales for the Red Rose Films Festival 2024 have already blown away the total attendance for 2023.
Whoa.
Yeah. So it's going to be a big one.
That's awesome.
It's going to be a big one.
Big one.
Yep. And we did have a couple of people. We have now closed the contest. Mm-hmm. But we did have a couple of people write in saying they would love to make the list for free all-access badges.
Yeah.
So if you wrote us, you know who you are. I believe there's two of you, if I remember correctly.
That's about right.
And then Owen hit me up.
Oh, nice.
Which he automatically gets one because he's an employee. Ooh. We are the title sponsor, so we were afforded a certain number of badges. You know. Anyway, the Red Rose Film Festival coming up November 8th and November 9th. I'm super excited about it. Can't wait.
Live show. Be here, free, come in. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go over. Someone walks in the building and they're here for the live show.
Right.
What do they do? Well, do they just start screaming, Penn Cinema Podcast, Penn Cinema Podcast? Well,
first of all, we should establish the ground rules.
Yeah.
Appropriate footwear is required.
Okay.
Yeah. Steel-toed shoes are recommended, but, at a minimum.
Hard hat, not required, but recommended.
Right. Reflective vest, helpful. So no, you can get a ticket if you want for the fun of it, but basically you just walk into Penn Cinema and you say, I'm here for the podcast. Our ushers and maybe a Red Rose Film Festival volunteer will direct you to your left. You'll go all the way to the end of the hall and you'll be to your right. You're in Theater 14. So we will, and I don't want to freak our listeners out.
Yeah.
I don't want to blow anybody's minds. But
my mind's blown.
You know how a lot of times on the show we joke about like our staff meetings?
Yeah.
Yeah. David and I had an actual meeting this morning.
Yeah.
No, we took notes and everything.
Yeah. And here's the thing. Oftentimes when we're like, we should talk about something, we do it after the show. And I know we're just here goofing the gab.
Yeah.
But when you goof in the gab for an hour in the mindset of like saying everything you're thinking, afterwards your brain's a little mushy.
Mushy is a generous word.
Yeah. And we're like, yeah, sure, whatever. Okay,
yeah, sure. All right, we'll see you then.
As quick as we can get done. We kind of talked about it. We're fine.
Right, exactly. That's exactly right.
So, but we did the cool thing and talked about it beforehand. So we're good to go.
Look at us learning.
I know. And that brings us to the end of the news. Oh, whoa.
That was like the T formation.
I know. I thought maybe I was like, is it because he didn't take flight? He had to take the boat. He's trying to fly now.
Did you speed up the pace on that? That one seemed to go quick.
No, well, I had it a little bit lower than normal.
Okay.
So that might have been. You want to do it again?
Yeah.
Oh, now that's a classic.
There you go. Strike a pose.
Yeah.
All right, trailers this week. We have too many to count. I cannot possibly count this high. And I want to start with the bottom. David put down there an honorable mention.
Yeah.
A movie called Our Little Secret.
Yeah.
And the subtitle is Our Little Secret, Why Isn't This in Theaters?
Yeah. I thought
Is this the name? That's the full name.
That's the full name.
Yeah, the full name of the movie is Our Little Secret. Why isn't this in theaters?
Yeah, this is part of an initiative that I learned after seeing several of the trailers when reviewing. Netflix has a thing. It's like Netflix for the holidays.
Yeah.
It's a very clever slogan that I have to give tons of props. And their whole thing is they're trying to do the the Hallmark Channel has the countdown or where they're trying to be the place for new Christmas movies. But this one specifically, I thought looked like theater quality.
Ooh. Good.
For a comedy around the Christmas times.
The tagline is a very merry Xmas. Because it's an ex-boyfriend and an ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, the premise is a girlfriend's meeting her boyfriend's family for Christmas for the first time. She shows up, and the boyfriend's sister is bringing her new serious boyfriend, who turns out to be the main character's ex-fiance. And they're hiding the fact that they know each other.
That's their little secret.
Yeah.
Why isn't this
And in
theaters?
hiding it, they wind up being in rooms alone together and really suspicious.
Oh, boy.
And everyone's like, what's going on with these two? What's this about?
Right. So this movie looks awful.
I thought it looked Christmassy, sweet, classic.
I will. Here's what I'm going to say. I don't like to take such a strong line on something.
You've never given a hard yes or no.
No. Here's my hard no. I think that I am glad I don't have to decide whether or not I'm booking this in theaters. Like, you want to open it on TV at home on November 27th on Netflix? Great. This is a great TV movie because you're going to watch it on your shitty little TV at home and you're going to enjoy it every little bit as much as you would if you saw it in a proper movie theater.
No, you're right. Nobody would have come to see this. But it reminds me of how we used to have more holiday-themed comedies.
I agree.
Like this in the theater. And I think that's the part that I was like,
That's what I'm hoping for. No, that's not true either. That's not what you mean is like Red One. Like Red One's going to be a comedy, but that's more for kids. That's more like a goofy.
That feels more modern.
Yeah.
I'm talking about cheesy romantic comedy.
Yeah, rom-coms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, is it Just Friends Ryan Reynolds did?
Something like that.
Yeah. And I like that one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, anyway. All right. Let's move along with a new trailer this week called F, Marry, Kill. This one is about a girl who's dating. And they have like 3 guys she's seeing, and they do the F, Marry, Kill joke, which I'm sure you're familiar with.
Yes, I am. I did not finish this trailer.
Really?
Even though I had all the time in the world available to me.
All the time in the world.
Yeah.
You'd rather just stare out the window.
Yeah.
That's what when I came in, he was just longingly stare out the window.
Right.
And to clarify, the window in the office just looks into the building.
Right.
Which then looks out a window that actually goes out. So it's like double window stare.
Right.
Yeah.
It gets really deep.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so deep and profound.
Obviously.
I got the double window thing going.
Yeah. You got to look inside before you can look
That's
outside.
what I'm saying.
That's
what I'm saying. Holmes.
So anyway, she's dating 3 guys, and everybody listens to his true crime podcast about this guy who is killing girls, and then she starts to think one of the 3 dude mans that she's seeing is the killer.
Dude mans.
Yeah. So is she? But then, to me, the funniest part of the trailer is like they keep building it up that it could be one of her guys, and she goes to the cops, and there's these women crying, and she's like, "What are they here for?" And he's like, "All these girls think they're dating the killer. It's crazy. And what are you here for?" And she's like, nothing. I gotta go."
Next up is a film from Neon, which promises to turn the haunted house genre on its head.
Right. I kept waiting for a jump scare.
I kept waiting for something.
It's a lot of people staring around.
Here's my problem. I used up all my patience watching this trailer, so by the time I got to F, Marry, Kill, I was like, no. I'm not wasting another 40 seconds. I should have skipped ahead when I was watching The Presence, or it's just called Presence. Listen, I'm sure this movie is great. It's called Presence. It's coming from Neon. presents, like not birthday presents, but the other like.
It's about a haunted house. There
Yeah.
is a presence within the house.
Right. There is a presence, but there are not presents.
Right.
Which so
And-
it's the worst combination.
And there's not much to say about the trailer because there's nothing. It's just scenes of people like walking around a house and stuff, and not even in a scary way.
So can we jump from? So there's not much to say about it from the trailer, and then we're going to jump up ahead to a movie called The Brutalist, starring Adrian Brody and Felicity Jones from A24, which tells you nothing. This is what, the ultimate teaser trailer? Do you know anything about this plot from watching the trailer? Or
Remind me.
not even the plot. It's like black and white, and it just there's no like barely any dialogue. You see Adrian Brody a lot, and you don't remember the trailer. At one point, there's a picture of what looks like a construction site, might be the beginning of construction of the George Washington Monument, maybe, depending on when this film takes place. And the little review from the headline says, a monumental undertaking to complete this film, blah, blah, blah.
All right. I am going to just look up a picture, see if I can remember this.
The Brutalist. This guy's brutal. This other guy's brutaler. And this guy at the end is brutalist. That's why they call him the Brutalist.
I thought this trailer had more to it. It's about immigrating to America.
Okay.
Escaping post-war Europe, visionary architect Laszlo Troth arrives in America to rebuild his life, his career, and his marriage on his own in a strange new country. He settles in Pennsylvania, where a wealthy and prominent
that's where we are.
industrialist, Harrison Lee Van Buren, recognizes his talent. I think maybe you just saw a teaser, because I saw mine was like over a minute.
I must have accidentally clicked on a teaser.
Yeah, because I remember this looking good.
Yeah. All right.
That's fine.
What do you got?
I have a trailer here that,
Named Paul Revere?
yeah, this one's called September 5th.
I got a horse right here named Paul Revere. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, this is the All Music podcast.
Yeah, this is
now,
a little
so-
guy. That's a little guys and dolls action for you.
September 5th. This is in contention for my trailer of the week.
Can do.
Did you watch the September 5th trailer?
My man says the horse can do. I did, and it was not my trailer of the week only because there were two other trailers that like fully engaged. Like I will say this: September 5th easily looks like the best movie. Like
yeah.
it's going to be the best movie out of all of these.
Yes.
And this is the true story of ABC Sports covering the Olympics in Munich when hostages are taken in the nearby hotel and they're left to sort of cover the action, but they're quote unquote just sports announcers.
Right. They're not supposed. They keep being told, "Don't do this."
Right,
don't do
right.
this."
And this movie looks amazing, and
Yeah.
I can't wait to see it. And who's the lead guy? He's like one of these guys who you recognize from a million things, but you don't know his name.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's us in a nutshell.
Right.
Like with every actor.
Right. But this guy truly is one of those guys. So
Yeah.
look up the trailer for September 5th. I love the timing of this. It opens on Black Friday. And I'm going to be really interested to see like where it opens. I think that's going to be limited. I think we're going to get it in December if I had to guess.
I think it looks. You're right. It's going to to be the best movie
Yeah.
of this list.
Is this you're saying this is your runner up?
It is. And
Okay.
I can't remember if The Brutalist was my. No, I'm going to stick with what I think I remember being my best.
Yeah.
Because to be fully transparent here, we were going to record earlier in the week, and I watched about half of these trailers then. And then last night when I was putting more trailers on, I was like, I'll remember. And now we're here, and I can't.
All right, next up is my runner-up trailer of the week. It stars Keke Palmer and Za. It opens on January 24th, and it's called One of Them Days. And
Really?
it doesn't look like a quote-unquote good movie.
Yeah, this looked horrible.
No,
To me.
no.
I struggled to finish this trailer.
No, I loved this trailer. I love those two women. I want to see what kind of crazy, wacky adventures they get into. It looks cheesy as hell, and I'm not trying to say it looks like a good movie, but it looks like it has the potential to be hilarious.
I will give you the the best part of the trailer is when they're in the payday loan place.
Yeah.
And they keep going to the guy outside, get out! Get out!
Or when she tries to donate blood and the girl's like, it's my first day. And then the camera cuts to the girl trying to donate blood, but she's covered in all splattered blood and everything.
Yeah. It could be better than what I thought.
Yeah.
So that's your trailer of the week?
No. That's my runner-up.
Okay. Let's talk about A Great Divide, starring Ken Jeong in a dramatic role. I thought this movie looks like it's going to be more powerful than we think, and I think it's important for a lot of reasons of, just visual diversity and stuff. I don't know if it necessarily looks like a good movie, though.
You hit the nail on the head. I don't know if it looks like a good movie, whether or not it looks like a good movie or not. And
I think it's good that they're making it.
It's good that they're making it, and just alone watching the trailer made me sad.
Right.
For our country.
Yeah, I think
and the world.
It's one of those things where it's like, you talk about change happening and stuff, and it doesn't happen without this kind of stuff being put in front of people.
So the storyline is basically how Asians are discriminated, harassed, and
I guess in this case, Middle America.
Yeah, in this particular case. So yeah. I don't know. The movie looks. It also, the other thing that looks good to me about this movie is I really like. It looks beautiful. Like it was shot out. I was obviously shot on location out west. There's a lot of beautiful river shots and mountain shots, and just looks like a beautiful movie.
One of the more powerful parts is, I think, the daughter, because they moved from one of the coasts, probably the West Coast, and the daughter's like, I didn't really think racism existed until we moved here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
What do you want to do next?
Next up is a movie called Queer, which is from A24 and stars Daniel Craig. Looks a little bit, I don't want to say outside of his comfort zone, but sort of atypical role for Daniel Craig. He plays is this, would you say this is a gay love story?
Yeah.
Kind of.
I don't think it's, honestly, he's played a couple.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, because he's, I'm pretty sure the character he plays in the Knives Out movies.
Yeah, and what about that Layer Cake? That he wasn't gay in that movie, but it was a little different.
Yeah, I think that he looks like he's putting on a powerhouse of a performance.
Yes, I think this movie is going to be great.
Because the trailer makes it, what year bracket?
50s, 60s.
Yeah, he's a queer man, and he longs for another guy who it doesn't really make clear if we know if the other guy is also gay, and it's just like the movie explores the dynamic of longing,
right,
and not being able to be open about who you are. So I thought this movie looked really well made. Like I said, I think he looks like Daniel Craig powerhouse type film. Tell me about this next one, Weekend in Taipei.
Well, Weekend in Taipei opens on November 8th, only in theaters, which you may recall. I don't know how up to speed you are on your calendar.
Yeah.
But November 8th is this coming Friday.
Next week.
So, my comment was 11/8 only in theaters, and then I was going to write, like, really? Are we sure?
Only not in this theater.
Not in this theater. Well, it's weird because I've literally. It's not that the movie is so small and I'm not playing it. I've literally not heard of it.
Right.
So I don't know. It doesn't look very good to me. I was kind of thinking this movie. I mean, I'm not going to go so far as to say it looks bad, but it doesn't look good.
Tell me about it.
Weekend in Taipei.
Yeah. Because honestly, I can't remember. I will as soon as I can look. I just have to probably look at a picture of it. You can't remember either.
I can picture the writing is like hot pink, red. I don't really remember the premise. It's what you would call forgettable.
Yeah, the idea here is a guy was some sort of gangster or whatever.
Oh, that's.
He meets a girl. they fall in love, and then he leaves, and he's gone like 16 years. But she has a kid, and she's still holding out for him, and she's become like a badass. And then he comes back for a weekend.
Yeah.
And gangsters.
Trouble ensues. Last but not least,
Trailer of the week for both of us, it looks.
our shared trailer of the week, Love Hurts, starring Ke Huy Quan, who we better known as
Short Round.
Short Round from the Indiana Jones franchise. Love Hurts is from Universal. It opens on February 7th, which is a week before Captain America, which makes me feel like February is going to be a big month. Love Hurts is basically Ke Huy Quan. Can we just call him Q? Q is a mild-mannered, what's his profession again?
He's a realtor.
And he's a mild-mannered realtor who's kind of minding his own business, doing his own thing. And then his troubled past comes back to haunt him because his brother, who is like some badass gangster.
Yeah. And it turns out that
there's a girl involved. Right.
He used to be a badass gangster, and some girl double-crossed his brother.
Right.
And he let her get away, but then he also left the business as a result. And they've been fine, but now I guess the girl has come back, which has prompted the brother to take revenge on both of them.
I think this is not doing proper justice to Kwan's acting talents, but like I think it's an oversimplification. But I will say this, from judging from this movie, it appears that Kwan is now the next Jackie Chan.
Yes. That I will agree with that. I'll say that he's a better actor than Jackie Chan.
Yes.
So that the parts where he does act,
yes,
it seems better.
1,000 times better.
A big thing here is, some may say, "Oh, where's this guy been?" Well, he was a child actor, then couldn't get work because he says because of not having Asian roles. So he goes back to, I believe, China, and he works there as a stunt coordinator for his whole life.
Yeah.
Until coming back in Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah.
And now he's, Oscar-winning star.
Yeah.
And I'm excited because you can clearly tell his stunt work is, a lot of what's going into this.
Yes.
It's highlighted.
Yes. And I would be shocked if this isn't the beginning of his return to, if he doesn't become an A-list action star, headlining with I don't know who.
But the thing is, he doesn't have to be an action star. I think he's just going to be an A-list star.
Yes. No, that's a better, you're right.
Yeah. I mean, action can be part of his wheelhouse.
Right.
Yeah. Well, there you have it. That's our trailer of the week, is Love Hurts. There you go. What's that noise? You messed your mic up. Tighten up here. There you go. Anyway.
Now it's the time for everybody's favorite part of the show.
Yeah.
And this week, we talked about charging extra for doing a double review.
Right.
But, Larry in the back, as he always does, he insisted.
What if it was free?
What if it was free?
Okay, Larry.
All right.
Doesn't cost you any money.
Right.
Yeah. So we're back with two movies. We had said that we were going to watch Conclave. And then we didn't have a show last week. And another movie came out called Here. And Penn and I decided when we were meeting, our meeting of the minds, we said, but what if we saw two movies?
We reviewed two.
Because I was like, I've already seen Conclave.
Because we were both fully prepared. I guess we can explain ourselves. We were both fully prepared to record a show last week reviewing Conclave.
Right.
And then my first flight out of Hawaii got delayed.
Right. Well,
which caused me, my first boat out of Hawaii caused me to miss all my subsequent boats.
Right.
Which resulted in me missing our window to record.
Right. And it's funny that you say fully prepared when you hadn't seen the movie yet.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But I mean, you would have seen it.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
So then this week we both really were excited to watch Here. So we let's start with Conclave. Conclave stars Ralph Fiennes and Stanley Tucci taking a break from his Eating in Italy show.
Oh yeah.
And what'd you think, David?
I thought this movie was great. I've been recommending it. It's got like great suspense on something that you don't feel like should have been this suspenseful.
Right.
There are things that you'll see coming, and then there are a lot of things that that just like I had no idea where that was going, and there's just enough like intrigue and uncovering of mystery, but nothing feels over the top. Like the form of discovery doesn't feel like anything out of the wheelhouse of a normal person. You know what I mean? It's not like I solved some great mystery or I found this insane clue. It's all like, oh, okay. And then they look into something and it's all revolved around electing the new pope and the fact that while they're in the conclave, they're not allowed to leave or go out or anything. So there's large portions of times where the cardinals don't have any communication, and then they'll come out of the room and their aides will come up and be like, "Oh, but I got this info for you."
What was the significant? Why did the plot need car bombs and explosions and a hole in the roof?
I think that was supposed to show. Are we going to get into spoiler stuff?
Sure.
Okay. So spoilers for Conclave. The whole thing about that was the church is fighting against their own policies, the liberal and the conservative side.
Right.
Right. And they're very focused in on themselves. But then as the outside world becomes more and more violent, it shows the guy who winds up standing up has that speech where he's he's like, you know, we have to be more than just this pettiness between us. We have to actually be a church and like reach out and be a part of the world and help these people and survive in this.
Okay, so you needed the outside violence so that the guy who ended up being Pope could give that speech.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Right. And then it has a pretty good end twist that, I mean, I didn't see coming, and I like that it happens and they still just let it go forward. It doesn't become like a huge...
Right. I thought this movie was great, and I recommend it to anybody who wants to see a great movie.
Yeah.
I will say, it did not live up to the hype for me.
Okay.
It was not exciting enough. It was not, I didn't think there was enough. I guess I was a little bit too, like, this movie is a drama.
Yes.
I thought it was going to be a thriller. And what's that movie with Tom Hanks where he's running around Italy, the Da Vinci Code?
Da Vinci Code.
I thought it was going to be a little bit more like Da Vinci Code. And it was not. And don't get me wrong, the movie is amazing, the acting is amazing, it's a great story, it does have a great message, and I was cool with everything. And I agree with you, the twist at the end was great, especially because they ended up going through, you know, with everything.
It is slow.
It's a slow movie.
Times,
Luckily, it's a beautiful movie, so it's incredibly well done, so you don't mind that it's slow. But I still wanted more. I wanted some juice.
I kept thinking, why is it so dark? Why is it so dark? And then it was on purpose because then at the end, the shutters go up. Right. And everything gets brighter. And it's like, oh, okay, it was supposed to be how it's dark in there. I guess.
So, best movie I've ever seen.
Best movie I've ever seen.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So then next up, we saw the movie Here, starring Tom Hanks and Robin Wright. This is an interesting concept that I felt was pulled off extremely poorly. The concept is, what if there was a camera here through all time, and here's a story of everything that happens, like, from this one perspective, which in theory is quite a good idea. It jumps around too much, and I thought the acting was absolutely horrible.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Some of the scenes are very touching. The story overall is like moving, but the acting was just so bad from these top-notch actors.
You want to know what I think about this movie?
Well, tell me about it.
I think that I have often said the opposite, which is, great acting, great direction, great film, all this kind of stuff, but I didn't love it, so it's like 2 + 2 = 3, right? This movie, in my opinion, I share all your opinions. The acting was poor, and there was a lot wrong with it. But there was something about this movie. It was so fresh. It was so creative. I think it was like 2 + 2 = 5.
Okay.
Like it was better than what its parts, brought to it. It was so interesting, and not only interesting from the general sense of like the premise, but also how Robert Zemeckis, like his use of little window frames.
Yeah.
It like floated down and sometimes expanded and sometimes shrunk, and it transitioned one. So they took this spot in the universe on planet Earth, and they had everything about it, from prehistoric dinosaurs, all the way up until pretty much modern day, and they showed different parts of the generational families living there and what it was like for them, and I felt the way they hopped back and forth. In other words, it wasn't chronological. It wasn't like, here's what the cavemen did until, they cleared this road for the slave owners, and this guy was Benjamin Franklin's father and, or brother or son, and all this kind of stuff. And they sort of went the whole, they started here, they bounced there, they bounced back, so I was really interested in all the different storylines. They did not tie up nicely or neatly. Some of them I'm not even sure were ever resolved.
Right.
And so that's why I agree. Like it was not made like great, and the acting was so questionable. But I was nonetheless fully invested in all the characters and really enjoyed it as like I said, the sum is greater than the parts of the whole, or whatever that expression is. So to use my analogy, to repeat myself, 2 + 2 = 5. I thought this was the best movie I've ever seen.
I gotta give it the worst movie of all time. The acting I expected so much more from not just Tom Hanks and Robin Wright, but I can never remember her name, but the lady from Downton Abbey that played...
well, I've always thought she was awful. I thought she was awful on Downton Abbey.
I think she's playing Victorian, and I was like, you can play so much better. But especially her scenes, they all felt like they were on a green screen, like they weren't in the room.
A lot of the scenes, I felt like I was watching a high school play.
Yes.
It felt like a play.
Immediately when it opened up, I was like, oh, this is like a play feel. But it could work, and it just never got rid of the high school play feel to me.
It feels like a play because I don't want to... You mentioned it at the top of your review, but I don't want to gloss over it. The entire movie, the camera never moves until literally the last 30 seconds of the film. It's the same camera angle. It's almost like one still camera, and everything happens around that camera.
Yeah. Some of the scenes were powerful, but they didn't mean anything.
What'd you take away as the message of this film?
Like, to not take for granted what you have in the moment.
Well, that's fair, but I took the main message as life is short, do your shit. Like, you want to do something, go do it.
Yeah, that could be it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a lot of regret. There was a lot of people who didn't do things they wanted to do. There were some people who did do things they wanted to do. There was a nice mix there, but I thought it was a powerful movie. I thought it was great. The acting was awful. And the other thing I was going to say was I knew the acting was going to be bad because I'm never happy with the aging process. When they take in it, we've talked about this on the show before, but when you take where did we first see it? It was really big in the Irishman movie called, the book was called I Heard You Paint Houses, and I think the movie was called The Irishman.
Yeah.
And we saw it in that movie, and I never like that.
Yeah.
Or I should say it rarely works.
It works in stills, but it doesn't work.
It might work for like a quick flashback, But this movie, so much of it was like
Yeah.
the young Tom Hanks, and then the middle-aged Tom Hanks, and then the 50-year-old Tom Hanks, and then the elderly Tom Hanks.
I feel like if they would have just played the Tom Hanks stuff like a play,
Maybe.
it would have worked a lot better for me. But all the jumping around, like, it's like, what is the point? The lazy boy thing was kind of fun, but it was just kind of thrown in to be like, to break stuff up. The Native American thing didn't have any point. Even less the Ben Franklin tie-in was pointless. But the modern stuff, I thought, oh, this is like really powerful for right now. But it also, again, we spent so little time with this family, like it seems cheap.
Yeah.
And they had the thing with the dad. It was a black family, and the dad's like explaining how to handle being pulled over by a cop. I thought that was really powerful. And then they have the whole, they get into COVID, and the lady discovering that she has it, and then later we find out that she died. And I'm like, okay, like the messaging here, like I'm getting it, but like I don't care about these characters.
Right.
The only ones I care about, I liked the lazy boy thing, but that was really tiny, and the Tom Hanks and Robin Wright thing. The movie could have just been the Tom Hanks Robin Wright thing the whole time without all the other cutaways, and felt a little bit more powerful. But I think between the rounded out bad acting and like it just never feel like it was really going anywhere.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I liked it.
I'm giving it a worst movie of all time, but I'm not saying that it's. I guess I am. So it's the worst movie of all time. I got to
Commit, David. Commit.
I gotta
You got to
commit.
commit.
I gotta commit.
Take a side.
All right. Well, that's the movie this week. Next week, we are going to watch Anora, but the bigger news is that we will be live here
My God.
at high noon on the 9th, and we're going to have some fun activities, hopefully.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
Yeah. Let's move on to listener feedback, comments, questions, and so forth and so on. Why don't you take us down this road?
Okay, we got a great little note from everyone's favorite sister.
I'm sorry. Would that be...
That's the one. Buckle up, guys. You're talking about one of my favorite musicals, and I have thoughts.
Oh, boy.
Part 1, the first.
This is in regards to Wicked.
Pronunciations. Y'all.
Y'all, girl.
You're killing me with the wicked pronunciations. It's Ellie Fabe
No.
and G. Galinda.
Not Ellie. L.
Allah Faba and
Elf.
G. Galinda.
Elf.
However, if the movie stays true to the show, some people will pronounce it Galinda. But what I'm reading between lines here is she says some people will pronounce it Galinda, and they will be wrong.
Yeah. Even though they think they're right.
They will think they're right, but in fact, they will be wrong. Part the second. Or section B, as we would say.
Yeah.
Poster drama. David is right. Oh my God.
Hey, girl.
Jesus.
Glad to have you in my court.
I'm gonna be sick.
She just ended it there. She didn't clarify.
That's all I said.
Just David is right.
Section B, David is right. Poster drama, David is right. As a fan of the musical, so we talked a couple weeks ago, I think, about the Broadway musical had the witch's hat covering her face.
Right.
The movie poster shows her face.
Right.
And then there was a fan edit that covered the eyes,
And it covers Ariana Grande's face more too.
which I forget the actress's name, but she took great offense to it.
Yes.
And then we were discussing that on the show. So everyone's favorite sister writes regarding said poster drama. David is right. As a fan of the musical, I loved the fan edit. It was 100% meant as a tribute to the original musical. The original poster has Elphaba's face shaded and Glinda's face showing. How do I know it's a fan tribute and not a snub? Notice the subtle change in lip color. In the edit, Elfie has red lips, just like the musical poster. If they just wanted to snub Cynthia, why change the lip color? I was so surprised at the reaction from Cynthia Erivo. It made me even more nervous about this adaptation. If the main actor isn't familiar, oh snap!
She gets into it.
Shit.
Yeah, man.
It made me even more nervous about this adaptation. If the main actor isn't familiar enough with the source material to recognize a fan tribute, how is she going to know the character?
That's how she wrote it too.
Right.
He's pronouncing it how she wrote it.
She printed it with the certain font that makes it read that way. Plus, I don't see Ariana Grande bitching about her profile showing. It's not like you can tell who she is in the poster. Why isn't she bitching? Because she is a fan of the musical and she does know what the poster should look like. Whew. Okay, thanks for letting me vent. Stepping off my soapbox now. I think she's just venting.
What?
I think she's super excited about the musical,
yeah.
the movie. We all are. I can't wait. Part the third. Where am I watching? How much do I love Wicked? I'm going to see it in the best theater in the world.
Whoa.
Obviously, she's referring to Penn Cinema. And then she goes on to say, I mean, I'll probably also pop in and visit Top 10 Sarah while I'm up there. Especially since she bought the tickets, and even more especially because it's her birthday. What's up? Do we have birthday plan? We gotta make sure we gotta cover this birthday. Okay. Yeah. So she bought the tickets, and even more especially because it is Top 10 Sarah's birthday. I'm such a fan of the musical. I'm expecting to be. Oh, she's pulling a page out of your book.
Oh boy.
I love Dune so much. I can't possibly like the movie.
I liked the first one.
Oh my God. I didn't like the second one because it wasn't like chapter 3 was wrong.
Chapter 4.
Chapter 4 that was wrong. I can't find my bananas. I'm
Can't find my bananas.
I'm such a fan of the musical. I'm expecting to be disappointed by the movie adaptation, but that's what comes from listening to David on the Penn Cinema podcast. She goes on to say, I'm such a fan of the musical. I am expecting to be disappointed by the movie adaptation, but at least I'll be disappointed in a great theater in a super comfy reclining seat. One question, is there going to be a Wicked popcorn bucket, and how early do I need to get in line to get one? Like, do I need to have my belly on the chain when you open, or do you have a fast pass program I can buy into? We do have a fast pass program, but it's only for sisters.
Yeah.
So we'll see if we can get you enrolled in that.
Yeah.
That's a great note. I thoroughly appreciate it.
Well, that's what we had this week for listener feedback. Look, if you want to be a part of the show, better yet, if you want to be a part of our live show,
Wow.
email us podcast@penncinema.com. That's our new email, podcast@penncinema.com.
Are we going to take listener feedback like in real time after show?
Maybe.
Roger that.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to what are you doing? What are you watching? What's going on? Which brings me to say, Penn, what's up with you?
No cues?
Do we have one for that? I can't remember. Oh, yeah, we do. What's up with you, Penn? I don't think I've seen anyone change into royal robes faster than this man, Penn Kitchen.
Well, when I had them fitted, I told the fitter
Quick access.
I needed to be able to put them on quick.
Yeah.
All right, I got some content for you.
Okay.
I took a trip to Hawaii recently, and it came with 2 plane rides.
2.
Remember we got that note from Kayla?
Yeah.
She said she went to LA and it came with
a whole 2 plane rides.
It came with 2 plane rides. I watched Kind of Kindness.
Okay.
Kinds of Kindness.
Kinds of Kindness.
And when I say I watched it, what I mean is I started it. Did you ever watch it?
We talked about it on the show.
No.
Yeah. I watched it for the show.
I must have
Not watched it for
not
the show.
watched it for the show.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I was so excited and it didn't. I turned it off. I was like, this is too boring.
It's wacky.
It's wacky and ends up being boring. Now, I will say, to get back on your good side, I watched Daddy-O.
Yeah.
It's not my, it didn't make my, I'm not putting it as my favorite movie of the year the way you did. But I will say, I loved this movie. If you haven't seen Daddy-O, highly recommend.
Yeah, it's so good.
It is so good. Dakota Johnson and Sean Penn are amazing.
Oscar-worthy performance, both.
Yes, agreed. Also, a film that was recommended by Kay Lowe.
Oh yeah.
Will and Harper on Netflix with Will Ferrell and Harper something or other. Great movie. Only Murders in the Building. I'm enjoying the latest season, and
you
also,
finish
I'm not up to speed. I haven't finished the latest season of Only Murders. I think. Well, if you really want to get into it, we all settled down to watch episode 5, and then Kayla announced that she hadn't seen any of the first ones, so we started all over again.
She hadn't seen any. Okay, all right.
Of this season. So
Okay.
so we started back at episode 1, watched 4 episodes, and then I was sound asleep on the couch before I got to read to see episode 5.
Right.
Now, this last item. You know me, David.
Yeah.
I'm not one. I don't have a problem admitting when I'm wrong. So I just want to give a shout out to my lovely wife because she was like, "Hey, guess what? Our friends are having a big corn maze party. We're all going to meet at the corn maze, and we're going to go to the corn maze and then go back to their house for a campfire." And I was like, "Ugh, corn maze." Corn mazes. I was like, I don't want to be outside, and there's probably going to be a hay wagon. There's probably going to be critters, and it's like
You've never been to a corn maze before, have you?
I'm not a big corn maze guy.
As in, you've never been to a corn
Right.
maze. Okay.
Well, anyway, we went to this corn maze
Yeah.
and had the time of our lives.
I love corn maze.
It was so fun. We
Yeah.
had a great time. So that's something that it's not what am I watching, what am I reading, what am I doing, but it's something I did.
It's what you're doing.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
But I meant, did you holler in the tube?
No, I
get
didn't.
directions?
I didn't see a tube.
Did you go to the Amazing Maze Maze?
No, I went to the corn maze at Oregon Dairy.
Oh. At Oregon Dairy?
Yeah.
You haven't been to the real corn maze. The one that takes you like an hour and a half to finish.
It took us an hour and change.
And you carry a flag around. And then they have drain pipe, like
Yep.
and you yell into it, and then there's a guy on a tower
Yeah.
with a bunch of tubes, and he hears you and he yells, "Turn left."
That sounds awful.
He gives you directions.
That sounds even worse.
I'm telling you.
David, I'm trying to say what a good time I had. Don't ruin
Yeah.
it.
You know what? Maybe next year we'll do the real corn maze.
Oh my God. David, what's up with you?
I'll tell you what's up with me.
Please.
I went on a little bit of what we call a guy's weekend.
Oh, right. I heard about this.
Yeah. To which it became evident that I didn't have a family to escape from. So
And all the other
meaningful to me as it was to the other people who needed to escape from said families.
That's great.
But we saw Venom, The Last Dance.
That sounds awesome.
It sounds like it was just as much of a waste of time as we thought it was going to be. And let me tell you, this movie is poorly made, doesn't make sense, and is a definite conclusion, but not a conclusion. Okay, we saw the last Spider-Man movie.
We did.
And remember how at the end of the last Spider-Man movie, they were like, "Oh, he left a piece of Venom behind.
Yes.
Maybe it's the MCU." And then this movie immediately backtracks and like, no, that was still in the Venom verse. And yeah. So.
Well, to give you an assessment of how weak the November box office has been,
Yeah.
Venom was the #1 movie again for a second week in a row. Even though I've yet to find someone who watched it and liked it.
Right. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then I also watched a classic for Halloween, The Thing. And I don't know that I had seen that in the last at least 15 years. And it was quite enjoyable.
Yeah. Okay.
The special effects in that movie are like insane. Have you seen The Thing?
I was just going to say, I don't think I've ever seen The Thing.
1982.
I'm going to put that on my list.
It's one of those things where they did such insane special effects. I'm not going to say it's like,
But it's insane special effects for 1982.
for 82.
And you're saying they're holding up to this day.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Super holds up. It was fun. It was a fun time. It's not doesn't overstay its welcome. I enjoyed it.
Super Hell's Up.
Super Hell's Up?
That's what you said.
Holds.
Holds. Gotcha.
Yeah, did I say
That makes more sense.
And Super Hell's up.
Super Hell's up.
Yeah. Anyway, that does it for that. Look, next week, once again, we're going to be live right here at Penn Cinema Lititz.
Eat your Wheaties, ladies and gentlemen.
High noon.
Now, listen, don't be showing up like...
At high noon.
No. Don't show up
What
at high noon.
time should they show up?
7 a.m.? 6:30?
6:30, probably.
5:45.
Yeah.
You're going to want to get in line around 5.
Right. Belly on the chain. As
Belly
somebody-
on the chain at 4:30.
Yeah.
No later than 3 o'clock at the latest.
If you're not here the day before...
What you should really do is buy a ticket to a movie the night before and then hide out in the theater. Sleep in there. Ay.
So, it'll start at high noon, be here a little bit before.
Yep.
We're going to have all sorts of things, which include me and you.
Yep.
And talking.
Yep.
And that's going to be a lot of fun. But if you want to be a part of the show either then or otherwise, best way to do that is to email us, podcast@penncinema.com. But if you want to support the show, Penn, what's the number one way to do that?
Well, the best way you could do it is to show up to our live show with a question.
Whoa.
An interesting question.
Like,
for example, what was the best vacation you were ever on?
For us.
Right.
Okay. Do I have to answer that right now?
No, I'm saying
that would be a good question.
That was a bad example because that's not a good question.
Oh.
It's just the first thing that came out. But just bring the heat. Bring us something to talk about.
Yeah.
We're gonna do the news because we always do. We're gonna do the trailers. We're gonna do the movies.
Right.
We have some special. We're gonna do a movie review of Honora. We have some special events that we're gonna be doing.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna be, as we always do, reading listeners' notes, feedbacks, comments, and etc.
Yeah.
But if you would like to show up and provide in real time a listener feedback, I think that'd be fun.
I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
And here's a topic for those of you who need help refocusing yourselves.
Whoa.
Let's talk about 2025. What are you most excited for in the coming year? Because the more I see about 2025, the more excited I am for what it holds for the movies. I think it's going to be a big year.
Yeah. I think I'm right there with you.
And if you don't want to talk about 2025, talk to me about November, December of 2024, because it appears to me to be stacked. I mean, just Thanksgiving alone, Wicked, Moana, Gladiator.
Once it gets rolling,
September 5th, Sonic, etc.
Yeah. Cool. All right. But, if you can't be here on Saturday, September 9th at high noon.
November 9th.
November 19th.
Or September.
Or, if you can't be here on September 19th at high noon next year.
Right. Start planning now.
Yeah. Just tell a friend.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Well, once again, for the Penn Cinema Podcast, I'm David Moulton.
I'm Penn Ketchum. Take care and party on.
Thanks for joining us this episode. Our hosts would love to hear from you. To contact the show with your thoughts and reviews, email podcast@penncinema.com. This podcast is a production of Penn Cinema. Escape to the movies at Penn Cinema, featuring crisp digital projection, killer sound, reserved seating, and premium power recliners. With locations in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Wilmington, Delaware, and Huntington Valley, Pennsylvania. Showtimes and tickets available at www.penncinema.com.